Hello, welcome to the first episode in a new series I'm doing, which is just a beginner scripting tutorial series. After I finish it, I'm going to be doing an intermediate tutorial series as well. By the end of the series, you should be able to make games, basic games, not anything too complex, but you should be able to make a completed game. So, by the end of the intermediate series, you should be able to make more complex systems and better, higher quality things. And then the advanced series, it's basically just going to teach you everything you should need to know, and also how to learn new things that you don't know. So the first thing you want to do is you're gonna open Roblox Studio. You should see something like this. If it's your first time using it, you're not gonna have any of these. You'll just have these templates. Kind of click on New Experience, and it'll put us into a game. Now, you should have these open, but if you don't, then you have to go to View, and then right here, you click on Explorer, and this is where you see everything in your game. Then we're going to click on Properties, and this is how you'll see properties of objects, like this part, for example. And then right here, this little button that says Output, we click on that, and this is output for our scripts. So, first thing I'm going to show you is just how the UI works. If you already know how to use Studio and you're just trying to learn scripting now, you can skip ahead to the next part in the video. I will put a timestamp on the screen now. Now, if you don't know how it works, basically, we have this right here. It says Explorer, and this Workspace is everything we can see. So imagine it's like a hierarchy. So if we open up the Workspace with the arrow, all of this is underneath it, and see how it's further in, it's indented. It's a child of Workspace. So basically, Workspace is its parent, it's inside of Workspace. That's why we can see this. See the spawn location right here? See, inside of it, you see a decal. That's what that image is right there. If you delete the decal, the image goes away. But, yeah, basically, you can open up the workspace. This is everything we see. See the base plate. Now, we have players. Basically, when a player joins, a new thing is created inside of players. It's just a player. I can't actually make one, because it's just something that gets added when somebody joins. But, since the player is a player, they're inside of players. Lighting, this is where all your stuff is. If I delete atmosphere, see how the fog kind of stuff goes away? Get all these things, just all your lighting and your sky and everything. Material service, don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about replicated first. We don't need to worry about most of this right now. Now, for the properties tab, if I click on the spawn location, you see all these things pop up. Brick cover. This is to change the cover of it. Now transparency, this is also 0 to 1, so 0.5 means it's half transparent. 1 would be all the way. See, the decal isn't though, because the decal is separate. And there's a bunch of other properties. Size is important. Alright, I could change this to 24, column 1, column 24, it doubles the size. Position, so this is C-frame position, this is coordinate frame, so this is where it is in the world. This one is a little different origin, but yeah, we don't want to worry about that. We don't want to worry about pivot offset. Enable, this is a special property of spawn location, basically saying if player will be able to spawn there if it's enabled. Anchored means physics don't apply when the game actually runs, so if you have this off, it would fall. If it's on, it's anchored in space. Massless makes it have no mass, and that's about it. And then the output is where things from your scripts will show, like if you print something, or if you have any errors. Errors will show up in red, or if you warn something, it'll show up in orange. We'll get into that in the future. Now, what is scripting? Well, scripting is just coding, but it's basically what adds functionality to your game. Without scripting, you don't really get any functionality. So you can't make, like, let's say you want a player to have coins and they go up when you touch a coin. You have to know scripting to do that. You have to script that. Without scripting, games just wouldn't have anything. They'd just be nice looking builds with nothing actually working or doing anything. Even a door opening, depending on how you do it, is probably scripting. So scripting is a really important skill. I'd say it's probably the most important for game development. Obviously, all of the skills are important, but you literally just can't make an actual interactive game, without scripting. There's games that I've seen that literally just have a base plate as a map, but they actually have good, mechanics and systems. So they're a full game. And all of that is just scripting, nothing else. This is the first episode, so we're just going to do something nice and simple. And show you how to insert scripts and the difference between the scripts. There's this thing called filtering enabled, so each player has their own computer, right? And that's their client. Basically, let's say your max server size is 5, then these are like 5 players, right? 5 different clients. So the player's own game is called their client. Now, we also have the server. The server is what the game's actually running on. So like, the client is the player's game, and the server is basically this is like the main game. So each client is playing on the server, right? So, because there's, you know how in Roblox you can join different servers? That's what this is. And then each client is in the server, right? This is the player's game. This is the actual game, the server that they're in. Filtering enabled basically means that whatever happens on the client doesn't happen for everybody else. They're all connected to the server like that. These are all clients. These are all their connections, and this is the server. So basically, if let's say this player right here, okay, let's say they made the base plate just disappear. What if they just deleted it? Everybody would fall through, right? But it wouldn't. So if they hacked and deleted the base plate, it would only delete for them. They'd fall through. Everybody else would be fine, because what happens on the client, it doesn't go to the server. Like, if they deleted the base plate, the server never gets that. Which means the server, so if you handle everything on the server, it gets sent out to all the clients. So anything that happens on the server goes to all the clients. The things that happen on a client just stay on that client. So if this player deleted the base plate, it would just stay there. But if the server deleted the base plate, it would delete it for everybody and the server. The server, basically, it replicates to all of the clients. But the clients don't replicate to the server. Now that we know about clients and server script service is where you put server scripts. So if you press the plus, script is frequently used, but if it isn't, it says script, and it's this white one. Not vocal script, not module script. So the script, if you put a script in, now this script says print hello world. And this is the output. Remember how I said you print things to the output? It says hello world in the output. See that? This right here is printing this, which means it gets sent to the output. It doesn't show up anywhere in the game, it's just the output. And this is on the server. It's very important that you know. See, it says server right there. Because this right here is in server script service, and it's a white script. It's just a normal script, which is just a server script, basically. So that's getting sent from the server, not from the client. Printing is very simple. So you do print, open parentheses, and this is basically what you're going to print. You put it inside of quotation marks, and I could say, hello, my name is Wildebeest. Now, if I press play, see, it prints it there. And it also has this button right here that you can press. It says script, :1. It's going to show the name of the script, and then the line in the script this is happening. It does the same for errors too. That's how you can find them. You can just click this and it'll send it to you, or it'll send you to it. So right here, it says it's coming from right here, which it is. That's a server script. There's another type of script called a vocal script, but you don't want to put that in here. That's why it's kind of grayed out. You want to go down here into starter player, and so all this right here is for the player. Starter GUI, that's all their user interface stuff, like buttons on the screen and things. Starter pack, this is the tools that go into their hotbar and backpack. And starter player has starter character scripts and starter player scripts. Now the difference between the player and the character is that the player is this, right? And these all get put inside the player when they join the game. The character is the actual player's character. So when they die, that character gets deleted and a new one's created, which means these scripts get deleted and created into their new character again. These ones don't. So let's say I made a local script inside of starter character scripts, and I made it print. This is a character script. Whoops, I'm used to the other quotations. You can use single quotes too. But see, this is a character script. So the server printed that, and you see once I spawned in, it printed this as a character script. Also notice the server's green, and these are blue. Client's blue. And it says client, and it says where it's from, again. Now if I reset my character, you'll see it does it again when I respawn, because it's being remade with my character. Now, the important thing about this is if you look right here, this button says current client. If you click it, you'll go to the server. And in a real game, anything that you did on this client wouldn't even show up on the server. Printing is a little different. Now, what I want you to do is print something on either the client or the server. Print whatever you want. And if you would like to join my Discord server, there's a link in the description. You can join that. And there's going to be a channel for scripting projects, or like tutorial projects or whatever. And you can send it in there. Get feedback, just show off your work, and you can do that for each episode. And I'll have more complex projects for you guys in the future. It's like assignments, and then I'll show how I would handle it at the beginning of the next episode. I also have channel memberships, which you can purchase. It's a monthly subscription. It's only 99 cents a month, and then you'll get early access to videos. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.